Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Totally Oblivious podcast. I am your host, Caleb, the emo who's still listening to Fall Out Boy, Perez, here with my co-host, Alex, the lumberjack, Pruneda.
You know, out of everybody you could have said for that category, I'm okay with Fall Out Boy. That one passes.
Fall Out Boy's good.
Yes.
The new album slaps.
I have not listened to one of their albums in a very long time. I just haven't listened to one of their songs in a very long time.
They're good.
I know. I've been on this like punk kick as of late.
Yeah.
Been entering my Johnny Silverhand era. Just listen to a whole bunch of punk and like golden age hip hop. That's all I've been listening to, which is a very like distant but very similar genre of music with each other.
And you know, I respect that.
Good.
I can respect that.
I'm coming into this podcast with a bit of a story.
Ooh, let's hear it. I'm ready.
Do we have a theme today though, or like was there nothing to? I don't know. I'm speaking ahead of myself. What's today's theme, or is there any like bigger topic? Because
I mean, it depends on how good the story is.
Well, I don't know how much you're gonna like this story, but it does involve me being a hero.
Is there any reason I wouldn't like the story?
I don't know, because it involves me.
Man, I hate the main character.
He's a fucking bitch, man.
The main character is just unlikable.
Well, I'll begin like this, simple viewers. So, about this time yesterday, I'd actually say, I was chilling in my bed. I got done playing a few games of Halo, nothing too crazy. Was playing the new Season 5. Was playing the sponsored Mountain Dew map. That map is ass. Needs to be reworked.
The Mountain Dew map?
Yes. Yeah, there is a Mountain Dew crossover.
I thought for a second, like, I fell asleep in my head and I was dreaming that you said Mountain Dew map, but that's actually what you said.
They're doing the like a Halo 3-esque, like, map pack thing with Mountain Dew. There's like I have to go to the store and buy Doritos because there's customizable things you can do. It's just early 2000s marketing.
Of course.
I know, but like the skin actually looks pretty cool, and I see people in game with it.
I actually do think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neater, but the map sucks. It does not play well. Cool cosmetics. Ass map needs to be reworked. There's a lot of problems with it. But that's not the point. I was playing Halo. I got done with it. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm sitting in my bed, and my girlfriend texts me. We've been talking all day, and so on and so forth.
As per usual.
And then, actually, I'll bring it up. So to make this 100% accurate. Oh, my phone is in your room. I take it back, but I still remember it. Oh, okay. As my phone's dead right now.
You know it word for word.
Almost word for word. Okay. So my girlfriend Nat goes, babe, then proceeds to send me a text. The text is of a screenshot between a conversation between her and her mother. Mm-hmm. In the text, it goes, weirdly enough, it goes, Nat now, and then the photo of their dog missing.
Oh, I saw on Instagram she posted that.
Yes. Marley, I don't know what breed she is, but she's a fairly small dog.
Yeah, one of those curly breeds with the big ears and the dopey looking eyes.
But basically the perfect medium-sized dog, I would say.
Basically, yeah, just medium-sized dog.
We'll throw up a picture up here for you. And Marley gets lost. How'd she get lost? Well, from me asking my girlfriend, what the fuck's happening here? Why did Marley, the inside dog, somehow get out? My first impression was she probably dug herself out. No, apparently my girlfriend's mother had thought, I'm gonna hire a maid today for some reason, and in the act of cleaning the house in the most Looney Tunes way possible, left the front door open. And shockingly, her Nat's big dog Bowie didn't leave the house. I don't know why, but Marley saw the door open, apparently said, time to cook, and bolted out of the house. And the maid, I don't really know what her profession was. Apparently she was just the clean. I don't know if she was
Juanita
or whatever. Fucking Juanita. Went to go chase after her. A neighbor saw her chase after the dog. They couldn't chase after him, apparently, or chase after her. Marley was just too fast and apparently just got lost in the neighborhood. Nat told me this several hours later after the incident had occurred. And so while I was chilling in bed, calling my girlfriend, because eventually we started to call, and I asked details about this. It was nighttime. It was about this time tonight. It's
dark, very dark.
Dark and cold. And my girlfriend was like, yeah, in the morning. I actually said this. I was like, yeah, in the morning, I'll try to go find her. You know, probably should. It's my neighborhood. I think I could, look around and find it.
It's my hunting ground.
It is. I won't lie. A part of me went like, bro, I'm like low key kind of craving right now, man. Like, I gotta find this dog. And low key, I was. I'll get to that point. So I'm all like, okay, dog's on the loose. I'll look for it in the morning. My girlfriend kind of wanted me to look right now, but then she kind of also didn't want me to.
You should have gone full Craven right then and there. Been like, it is time for the hunt.
I know, but like it was, I was getting like mixed signals there with my girlfriend, and I'm like, okay. And then she said, hey, can you tell your mom about it? I told my mom about it. My dad comedically walks in my room while I'm still calling her because you can on iPhone you can call and text at the same time. I love that feature. So eventually my dad walks in comedically and is like, hey, you should go find that dog and whatever. And he's making a joke out of it, and I'll go, damn. And at one point, like, eventually I end the call, and I'm like, in the current state, I'm like, I don't think I need to go after the dog. She'll be fine. It's a dog. She's not going to die or anything out there. We don't live next to coyotes. Now it was like, she's going to die because of coyote. We don't have big coyotes out here and stuff. However, not around here, not this part.
Well, it doesn't matter the size of the coyote; it's the ferociousness of the coyote.
Yeah, Marley can get pretty crazy.
But I mean, how crazy?
It doesn't matter. That's not the fucking point.
I don't think Marley's the John Wick of dogs.
I've seen some crazy shit. However, that's not the point of the story. At one point, I'm like, whatever. I think she should be able to fend for herself. I trust her enough. But then my dad goes, well, I'm outside in the kitchen because eventually I get up. I'm like, I need some water. My dad goes, you should go throw away the garbage. And I go, fair. I probably should have done that earlier. So eventually I throw out the garbage, right? And I'm currently in like shorts, socks, and a tank top. And I go outside. I throw away the trash and stuff. I take out the trash all the way to the curb. And I go, I'm fucking freezing right now. And to note, I was in a tank top and shorts. But then I also think to myself, I'm a pretty big guy. I think I'd be able to generate more, if not equal the amount of heat to that of a small dog. And then my brain goes, bro, what if she like dies with a cold? Like another animal is one thing, but like a dog, right? I go, that is completely fair brain. Let's go play hero. So then after I throw away the trash.
I don't know why I imagine you like the episode of Tom and Jerry where Tom locks Jerry out in the snow. He's like about to sleep next to the fire and he just starts having nightmares of Jerry freezing to death.
No, that's what it was more or less. I go, man, I probably should go look. I got nothing else better to fucking do. I'll play hero. So eventually, unironically, this same outfit is the one I wore. I only wearing it right now because it was on my floor and I knew it was clean. So I'm all like, fuck it, I'll wear it again. So this is exactly how I looked last night. And so armed with a knife and a flashlight.
Why did you have a knife?
Because we'll get to that point. A knife and a flashlight. I go, okay, we know to go looking. So previously with a conversation with Nat, I tried to get a lot of information out of her to where this dog would go. My girlfriend got two conflicting stories. Either A, Marley bolted left into the street, into the what's going to be built into a park, apparently, rumor. You know that like, you know where the big ass tree is?
Yeah.
The one like next to the bus stop. Remember that one?
Yeah. The homie tree or is it a different tree?
Different tree. It's like the next to the bus stop one. I think you should have seen it.
Probably, yeah. I think I.
And next to Peter's house. It's like that giant field. I thought, okay, she could have bolted over there. And the other story was next to the homie tree, that area where all the bush was. Like, I go, okay, I'll look at both spots. So in my deduction, I thought, why would she go the long way? I started going full Craven here and go, why would a dog go the long way to go hide? Because she probably was clearly scared of the maid. That was my idea. So I thought, okay, I'll go there and look first, just because the unlikeliness, but like just on the off chance. So I park over there. I start looking with my flashlight and stuff. I go, I don't think she's out here. There's no way. Like, I just keep on thinking to myself, there's no way. So eventually I took an L-shaped turn around the area. I looked around at I actually went in a circle once, and then I go, all right, I'll go check near the homie tree, which is on the other side of the neighborhood. So I go around there, and I'm looking, I'm walking down there. At one point, I meet Nat's parents, who are also looking out in the cold. So I said, good, I made the right decision during all of this. Mm-hmm. This is the correct part of the storyline.
Looking good for the potential in-laws.
Oh yeah. And they were like, oh, thank you, Alex, blah, 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 God bless. And I keep looking. Eventually, they go down all the way to the end of the new development of the neighborhood, because this is where that road leads and where their house kind of is. And eventually they don't take a U-turn. They go right, actually, and they keep on yelling. I hear Nat's mom keep on saying, Marley, where are you? And I thought, chances are she's not in the neighborhood. She's probably in the bush. Mm-hmm. And I keep on looking, and I noticed that a lot of that road is barricaded by wire fence and, like, I don't know what to call it. Like, it's not plastic wrap, but it's like black barricade, but it's like plastic, basically.
Yeah, I think.
I thought, okay, she's not here. But then my logic and my ductation, my reasoning go, she's probably behind the barricade at the very end of the road, like the dead end sign, basically stuff. So I go, okay. So I walk all the way down there. No, it's fucking cold as fuck. And this is when I started to realize, yeah, I made definitely the right decision. If I'm cold wearing all of this, there's no way that dog's not fucking freezing.
Yeah, because that dog breeds. It seems like it has like a light layer of fur, so that's not. She's not
very
warm.
Thick.
Yeah,
and she's not fat like Bowie. Bowie's a fucking giant black Labrador.
Tank.
Yeah, he's a tank. He'd be able to survive at least a night out there.
Oh yeah,
but Marley, I doubt, because I started to think about it. And while I go to the barricade, I look behind it because I'm like, she's not going to be near the barricade. And this is why I brought the knife. So I have my flashlight, and the masterful hunter I am I'm looking for eyeballs because I need to see the reflection of their cornea back at the light. So I'm all like, I'm looking around, and I start to notice, damn, there's a lot of fucking logs back here. Like, there's just an abundance of just broken up trees at the new development, which I go, this is weird.
Why is this here?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And a lot of concrete, a lot of used concrete and wood. And at one point, using my flashlight or whatever, I do notice eyes. So this is the reason why I brought the knife. I thought to myself, yeah, I should be fine. Mm-hmm. Nothing's really going to be attacking me. Then I thought, coyote or bobcat who's looking for a little bit of attention.
I don't know if we have bobcats around here.
I was just thinking, I had a childhood experience where I literally, this is a completely different story, where I walked out into like a slightly green patch with my family members, and I was face to face at 6 years old with a bobcat. So I always think to myself, always bring a knife entering the bush. Always do from now on, ever since that moment.
Fair.
It's one of my like childhood moments in my brain that is still I can vividly remember. But that's not the story. So I go, okay, this is why I brought the knife. So I'm flashing the light. I go, is that a beer can? Because there's a surprising amount of those, and glass bottles just shining at me. And then I eventually noticed that it's making like a U shape. But I keep calling it and whatever, and it's not really reacting or anything. So I go, meh? I don't really know. So I go, fuck it. We'll just keep on looking in the neighborhood. So eventually I start looking at the darker parts of the neighborhood that are connected to the brush. And I thought, okay, this is probably where it's at. And I just keep on looking. Shockingly enough, there are a lot of people walking their dogs out at like 7 o'clock at night this time of year.
Interesting, because it is pitch black.
Yeah, and it was really weird. I saw one neighbor with their golden, I think it was just a regular retriever. She was very skinny. Very nice dog. I asked this neighbor, I was like, hey, seen this dog, call this number, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to do my due diligence. At one point, I'm just doing my regular walk around that I used to do back in the summer. And I'm just looking at all the brush, just trying to see, just like trying to poke it out, just trying to see whatever. Eventually, I come back to the original spot at the where I was looking before and just kind of just double checking. I go, damn. I got nothing here.
You got no evidence.
But then I keep on, my instincts keep on telling me, man, she has to be back there. Because that's the only sign of evidence of a dog that I've noticed. And or reason dictates dog dicks. I meant dashes to the brush.
How do you wait?
D word. I'm thinking too fast here. I'm trying to collect all my thoughts. I surprisingly haven't like told anybody the story. I've kept it to myself.
Go ahead. I won't interrupt anymore. Go ahead.
No, you're good. And I go, okay. So the idea here is she still has to dash over there. There's no reason to go towards civilization because that doesn't make any sense. She's scared of humans. So eventually I go, okay, maybe back there. Then my dad texts me because he knows I went out. And my dad's like, you should come home by now, bro. I'm like, you know what? Fair. So then I go back to the spot in my truck because I'm not going to walk all the way over there. It's fucking too much of a walk. I've already got my daily steps in. So I go back. I look around at the same spot. The eyes aren't there. So I go, damn, probably not there. So I get back in my truck, which is still running, and then I just do a Yui. I thought to myself in a comedic moment, you know how funny it would be if she just appeared out of fucking nowhere? And I kid you the fuck not. Walking on the sidewalk next to the black, I don't know, plastic gate wrap or fence or whatever, is a dog walking. I barely did a U-turn out of the dead end, and there is a dog walking.
No
just
way.
Out there. Marley is just walking. So to go back to my previous point, I was right. The dog was in the bush probably, and she ran in that direction. I am the greatest tracker known to mankind. This is canon now.
It sounds more like the dog tracked you, and rather than you tracking the dog, because you didn't find it. It found you.
It was
was it hunting you the whole time? Were you the hunted?
No, because I went like halfway across the fucking neighborhood. I actually went really fucking far, shockingly enough, just on foot in that hour I was out there, right? It was probably an hour 30 maybe. And she was just in that spot. So I'm just dictating that she just wound it up there and just didn't leave that area. And I just lucked out. So I find Marley just walking the streets, and she's in a clear like state of scared. So like when I try to be friendly with her, so usually she likes me a lot, but she was not dealing with me today. So I was like, all right, fuck, what do? I have to keep her in my line of sight so she like stays with me, because she can just bolt into the darkness and I would be fucked. Yeah. I was thinking logically here. Like the only big brain moment I've had in quite some time in a real life scenario. School doesn't really teach you this kind of stuff, huh?
No, you learned that on the trail.
On the trail, I was full huntsman right now, embracing my Theo Lenny, who's a big animal lover. Shockingly, he hunts, and so I go, all right, what are my options here? And I thought, keep the dog still in my sight, but open my truck door and call Nat. And luckily, I was able to do that motion with Marley still being in front of me. I grab my phone, I call Nat on speaker. She doesn't know I'm doing this. I haven't told her. I told my parents, and her family knows. And I speakerphone her, and these are my exact words. I call her, and immediately when she picks up, I go, "For the love of God, call your mother. The dog is in my sights. I swear to God, come to the roundabout. She is right in front of me." She goes, oh, okay. And she hangs up. So I'm just there buying time for Marley. And luckily, Nat and Val come to the roundabout, and Marley, still in a state of panic, recognizes Val's voice and dashes towards her. I'm like, oh, really, asshole? You don't come towards me, but you go towards them, huh?
Fine,
whatever. But the dog is saved, and Brian goes, holy fuck, how did you do that? I came down this road like 4 different times and never noticed her. And I'm just all like, it's built different, bro. Like, I just built different. I was able to reason, logic and dictate, logic and deduction here. She has to be over here. There's no other way. Yeah. And I was hearing dog calls throughout the entire night, shockingly enough, in that same area. So I was like, my inner hunter, my inner tracker goes, has to be in this area.
Has to be.
And I lucked out. I think I lucked out, but I also think it was a bit of at least half decent skill in there.
I think that definitely did take skill for you to suss out exactly what area she was most probably going to be in. Yeah. And then the luck that as you're about to leave, she's like, all right, time to come out.
Yeah. So she was just wandering out there, and I know Brian brought the whole family, his 2 kids, his wife, and himself, and with Marley. And of course, I took a glory photo. I held Marley in my hands like I'm the fucking hero here. I was able to beat Brian. Not to brag or anything. We tried to save a dog here, but I was able to almost single-handedly, through an hour and 30 of searching, was able to find the dog. And, I got practically the best brownie points. I told Nat, and she told her roommates, and her roommate said, and I quote, "You have to fucking marry that man." So I'm already famous in Seattle.
There you go.
And Nat tells me, my mom's probably going to tell this story to fucking everybody. So I go, yes, my legend grows.
The legend of Alex.
And fighting dogs. So apparently I did a pretty heroic deed last night. I thought I was doing pretty good. I came back home. I told my mom, and I was all fucking like, I'm basically Spider-Man, man, right now, man.
Yeah, I'll say, Alex, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, my dad was like, "Oh my god, my son's the fucking hero of the galaxy. Holy shit,
he's the hero for the friendly neighborhood Alex."
Yes, I was able to find Marley last night. I was by the time like at the end, I was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna fucking find her. I'm gonna feel really bad if I don't. And I just fucking. She was actually coming towards me, which was weird. Mm-hmm. So I was like, "What the fuck, Marley?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, Marley."
Wait a minute.
What nani? So yeah, and then it ended up good. Dog's back home. She was kind of sticky in the sense like she wasn't sticky, but she was like, as in the word stick, like she was full of sticks and foliage. So I was like,
that makes sense.
So I was like, you're dirty and cold. So that's when I found her. I don't know. I thought I'd tell the story. It happened last night, so it's still pretty fresh in my mind.
No, yeah, that's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, so
pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm honestly shocked. Well, I guess not really, because the neighborhood mostly has street lights. Mm-hmm. So,
the area she was in, it was basically
pitch black.
If I were to go show you, there's only one working light near that dead end.
So, if I'm remembering where you're talking about, so it's more towards the new development houses, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty far out there. So yeah, I guess there wouldn't be too many working street lights because that's still. Mm-hmm. Dang,
I think if it was in the darkness and my headlights weren't on, and that I don't know why I want to call it a lamp. The pole light wasn't there. I don't think I probably would have seen her. So I was like, it was good that I don't know how that fucking act of God maybe.
I had to be.
Did a U-turn. I was like, I wonder if I would see her. Holy fuck.
It's her.
Yeah. I was just like, wow.
That's crazy. That's honestly really crazy.
Yeah. If I knew even then I don't think I could have speed runned it because it was in the bush. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, man, I don't know if that's her, but if that's her and I scare her, I'm fucked. Because past where the new houses are, past that is just farmland and just brush. So I was like, if she's here, I'm fucked. Mm-hmm. So I just said, fuck it. So yeah, I don't know. That's more or less the story. I ended up being a hero for my girlfriend's family.
You truly are a hero.
Yeah. So not gonna say I'm fucking Superman or anything, but
just the friendly neighborhood Alex.
Yeah. And cool. I had a cookie afterwards, so I did get a victory.
There you go. So there's your reward, your end of quest reward.
I got a cookie. But apparently, like her family, be like, "Oh my god, we have to take you out to dinner and stuff." So I might get another free meal out of it. But they were ecstatic. The kids were like awkwardly being like all happy and stuff. Juan and Marcus. But yeah, they all seemed genuinely happy. Brian just seemed fucking confused. He's like, how the fuck did you do that? And I'm just like,
it's
better.
It's insane. Like the inner hunter just gets awakened whenever a dog goes missing.
You know what? Okay, so how do I explain this too? So I was on that sidewalk she was on, and I don't know if I was right or not, but like thinking on it back now, I might have been. When I had my flashlight, I was looking at the dirt because there's just like random dirt piles on this sidewalk, and I go, "Are those dog tracks?" And I go, "They don't look fresh because like freshly like placed foot like dirt." when you put pressure on it, like there's a certain look to it. This looked old, but I was like, maybe. So there was a lot of evidence. I don't know. Caleb is kind of right. Like I went full tracker. Like I was like, with all my knowledge of all the video games and shows I've seen, I just have to use this. And I think I used it at least decently correct enough.
Because my best guess is, since she was scared and it was cold, she most likely either was inside where like that wood pile was and found like a little nook to like lay down and try to keep warming, or she was around that area just trying to find somewhere to try to take shelter in.
Yeah. My worst fear was she was in the houses, because there's a lot of new houses that don't have garages or anything. So I go, he likes to rise in those houses, even if they're like not finished. There's definitely heat in like the second stories. So I go, am I really going to trespass to find this dog? I actually thought to myself, if I didn't find the dog tonight, I was in the morning probably going to go search those houses up top, or at least ask workers. I don't think any of them are constructing right now, to my knowledge, because it's too cold now. I don't know.
I don't know what they run.
So I would have had to make up a whole like fucking, hey, have you seen this dog around or whatever? But I lucked out and she was just probably in the bush. So.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know. Do you have any stories like that with Aura or anything? Or do they are they smart enough to just come back?
There's too many times. So the first time they got Briar, she ended up getting loose and running away. And this was back when my sister lived like in the middle of town, like out towards like out past where Walmart is. So towards like the airport, and like there's a lot of open desert space.
Oh, so it's like you're really fucked out there if you get a lost dog.
Yeah. So looking for Briar, it was the last day of school. So
What grade?
I'd have to say, let's see. I gotta think back. I'd have to say it's either sixth. I think it's fifth or sixth grade. Okay. Because I know I was supposed to meet up with Peter that day, but we had to go look for Briar. And so we're out looking out towards my Aunt Connie's house, which is literally in the middle of the desert, just vast plains of desert and farmland. And it's like, man, how are we gonna find a dog out here? And so we didn't actually
hold on, clarification, just so nobody thinks it's the fucking Sahara.
Yeah.
Desert as in it's all brush and there's no fucking like water whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that's the clarification.
It's pretty imperative that we found her at that point in time. But so we didn't see her, and we're like, it's been a few hours. We're tired. We gotta go home and take a break. But I, with my eagle eyes, saw a white tail, and I was like, that's suspicious. Guys, I think I see a white tail. And they're like, maybe, but we're just going to go home. So we went home, but lo and behold, she was found out by one of the houses that are out there. She got mauled by their dogs, but that's usually how we used to catch them in the past, is they'd get in a fight, and then that's when we'd get them. Because there'd be too many times where Dante would get out. And for whatever reason, mine and Colby's dogs just immediately decide to go on a killing spree. Dante specifically with other dogs, he hates his own kind. So
he's racist.
The moment he saw another dog while he was free, immediate on sight, ready to kill them.
Jesus.
And so what happened one time in specific where Dante got out is he found this big dog, I think it was like a pit bull, starts just clowning on this dog.
Jesus.
And then Colby just walks in the middle of the fight, picks up Dante, and just leaves.
Based.
He's like, have you seen, or he asked the guy, he's like, have you seen my dog? And he's like, yeah, I think I saw a dog go in the back. And then you hear, where the dogs start fighting. And then Colby just goes in the middle of the fight, lifts Dante, who's a pretty big dog.
He's a pretty big dog.
Just lifts him up and leaves.
I'm sorry, I'll take this.
I'll take this. But yeah, that happened. Our dogs got out so much in the past. They don't anymore because they're all pretty old now. But there's another time Briar got out. It was in the middle of winter. It was like 6 a.m. That I had to go chase her. It was foggy out. The air was super thin. I think it was like 5 degrees.
Silent Hill.
It's literally Silent Hill, 5 degrees outside. And I used my expert tracking skills to find this dog. And I was like, I caught the dog. I was like, Mom, pick me up. I have her. And so that was another time we caught Briar. Aura's dad, Rogan, easiest dog to catch. Because he's the one that we're like, well, if he's gone, he's gone. We won't even worry about him. He's the only one who ever came back.
Oh.
He came back on his own free will.
Really?
Every time. And Aura, she was pretty bad because she's way faster than any other dog we've ever had. But it got to the point where during that summer where she was always getting out, that like, I think the genuine fear from seeing me and knowing that I would hunt her to the end of the earth, she just, as soon as she saw me, she just gives up.
Oh.
Goes on her back and is like, take me home.
Hello.
Like, but yeah,
Is it time to pick me up now?
that's basically the gist of it. Just
There you go.
it eventually got to the point where the dogs just gave up on the chase because they know it will pursue them to the ends of the earth and they'll just run out of energy.
So here was my question, because I was making fun of it with Nat before and even after with myself. Why do they run away? Like, what?
I don't know.
Like I'm trying to get like at least like pretty like gracious towards dogs because I think they're pretty smart animals. But like food, warmth, your dog bowl. Why do you run out the door the first chance you get?
I think it's just the excitement. They just see something new. A lot of dogs are used to going on walks because that's what our dogs would do is when they saw that they had the freedom to go out, they immediately took the same path that we usually took them on a walk. So they just go for that, and that's how we usually find them. And then they just go sniff stuff, pee on stuff, kill things. It's just a little adventure for them. So that's usually why a dog goes out. It's stupid because if they get lost, they're screwed.
They're fucked.
But they don't know that. They're stupid.
They're dumb.
They're dumb animals.
Marley's still a puppy, and I don't think she gets walked very much. So it was like with her, other than those cases, it's just like, no, I think you're just dumb or afraid. I think both.
Probably a little both.
Yeah, I'm just like, motherfucker.
The fact that like if she was scared and didn't just decide to return home, that just defies every dog instinct. So she just ran and then was like, wait, I'm not home anymore. We're home.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I think she has maybe a slight fear of humans.
Probably, yeah.
Because like where she was, there's like nobody out there. Like you have to purposely drive down there to make a U-turn and or go down a different street with development, which is kind of about a block or two. So it's just like she must have just not liked the maid.
Yeah, I guess so.
And Bowie must have just been like,
no, we're chilling.
I'm chilling. No, he kind of get. I think the farthest I've ever seen him get out is like he gets out to the yard and then goes, okay, that's enough for me, and just walks right back. Marley, on the other hand, when I've opened the door, she'll bolt out to maybe the street, and then we go, Marley, get your dumb ass back over here, and she goes, oh man.
Yeah, it's weird. Dogs just have unique little personalities of their own.
Yeah. And like, cats too. It's
cats too.
Apparently, they just don't like indoors. Like the moment it goes, outside. But then I will now proceed to go out here.
But then there's some cats will never cats and dogs will never leave, and some just can't wait for the moment.
Yeah.
Like we have 2 cats, sisters. One, the smart one we call her, stays home, doesn't leave ever, hunts, and just asks for attention. Never leaves the vicinity of our yard. Her sister always leaves, or always used to leave until this is another story I haven't shared on the podcast. So her sister disappeared at like mid-August, and we were sure she was dead because she just did not come back for the longest time. And then it was, I'd say maybe last month, that just randomly, it was literally Friday, like the day before Friday the 13th, so Thursday the 12th, she just appears in the garage.
Spawns.
Skinny, like we're like, what happened to you? Where have you been?
What stories do you have to
she
tell?
was half the size of her sister. We're like, what happened?
Trading arc.
And we'll never know what happened, but she sticks in the yard now.
Man, I'd love to fucking figure that out, what those animals think. Because it's like, if she now stays in the yard and doesn't go anywhere,
like
what trauma did she go with?
What journey did that cat go on?
Yeah, it's just fucking weird, dude.
Animals are just enigmas with their own little stories.
They are interesting.
So funny.
I kind of hope to one day have like a beagle or something.
Yeah.
Or like
you seem like a beagle kind of guy.
Or a schnauzer, a great schnauzer, the big ones, like they're kind of like Labrador sized. Basically, I know their nickname, but I can't pronounce it because it's like kind of like Irish. But like they're like the king of schnauzers, like one of those. Like if I hope I ever get one of those, they're like, I kind of hope they're not adventurous because it's like if you go out, I have to go find you on a weekly basis, motherfucker.
This sucks.
This is gonna suck ass. That's a big because I thought to myself, and I think I was correct. Smaller dogs don't move very far.
No.
Little legs. If it was Bowie that got lost, big legs, big far. So I would have been fuck.
Big adventure.
Big adventure. And he's black too, so he would have blended in.
Oh my gosh, you would not
terrible.
have found that dog.
Oh no,
in the dark.
No, but I think if I would have said Bowie, he would have been like, friend.
Yeah, that's usually the difference. Is there's usually the bigger the dog,
the more like accepting.
It's like the more it'll be like, yeah.
Because when I went out with that, when I found that neighbor just walking out with their like, I can't tell if it was a golden retriever or a variation, but I said, "Hey neighbor," and the dog did this. And fucking bolted towards me. I'm like, holy shit. And am I gonna die? But it was like like a big old idiot. And I'm like, aw. So I was like,
you gotta love pets.
I love them.
They're just awesome.
Yeah, they're like the neighbor's like, oh, don't mind her. She's being dumb. I'm like, she's fine. She was just like,
she's dumb, but she's cool.
Yeah, I was scratching her head too when I found the neighbor. But yeah, that's all I did last night. I found the dog, got it all achieved. Kept on thinking about fucking animals the rest of the night. I'm like, man, why are they so goofy?
What
I knew I'd bring it up on the podcast too because you would have stories to tell. Because it's like Dante, Briar, fucking Aura.
All of our dogs they were the biggest escape artists. And the most recent time that one of the dogs got out was my nephew accidentally let Aura out. And he's like, Aura got out. And I just go outside. I look at her and she's just like, it's not my fault this time.
I didn't do it.
So I just carried her back into the backyard, and that was the end of that. The dog escape stories are no longer interesting. It's no longer a great hunt. It's just I just walk out like
until I get a new one.
I walk out like Nemesis, and the dogs just give up.
It's just on super hard difficulty. Fuck.
It's just that meme with from Detroit Become Human where it's like it's surrender or give up.
And I like the implication of give up is just death.
Yeah, you just kill yourself.
So yeah, it's that game is weird.
It is weird. I didn't get far in it.
No,
but it's.
I like the one mechanic about the game is the white chick at the loading or at the what's it screen being integral to the story. And if you make the wrong choice, she disappears. Is like crazy.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh god, this is just a funny ass meme. I remember some like Twitch streamer, some black guy was like just playing the game. Like he opened the game and then she started talking to him, and then he goes, "Damn, I imagine an entire life scenario with this random NPC." Anyway, she talks to you every time you open the game up. She goes blah 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 about some random like philosophical topic, and he was just like, okay. Full Ryan Gosling moment. You're lonely.
Lego Batman.
Yeah.
I just died in your arms tonight.
So
stupid. But yeah, that makes sense. So I had my own little journey last night.
You did? What?
Not a physical one, but a mental one.
What happened?
I was like, do you remember that personality quiz that we took like back in high school?
The one that's been labeled as pseudoscience now, but yeah.
It's still pseudoscience, but it always has been.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that last night because it's just weird. It's just a weird little concept to think about. So I remember mine exactly. I was the I think is ENFP, the campaigner.
If I remember mine correctly, I was the logistic one. I was the scientist girl. I forgot what one that one is.
So there's two. There's a logician, and then there's the logistician.
Let me see the pictures because I remember mine. It's a purple. It's a lavender lady, or whatever.
But yeah, it was just weird thinking about that because I was looking at it again, and one of the characters that they say has that personality type is Spider-Man. So I'm like, I'm just Spider-Man, I guess.
I guess I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Spooderman.
If anything, I think a good reason to actually use those sites is to actually make characters. It's really just good.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I got to use that. I've been procrastinating on that.
Who is? Can I just see the? Okay, there we go.
Which one is it?
Let's see. There's Architect, which is INTJ. There's Logician, which is INTP.
Let me see that one.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
That one was
about.
yeah. That's that one. It's that one.
It's a logician.
What characters are similar to that one? Let's Google
Let's
that.
See. They have some on here. So you're Bill Gates, Kristen Stewart, Albert Einstein,
Crazy,
Avicii, Stanley Crouch, Isaac Newton, Rene Descartes, Elliot Page, Blaise Pascal, Lord Varys from Game of Thrones, Neo from The Matrix.
That's so real.
Marshall Flickman from Alias, Bruce Banner, another guy from Game of Thrones who I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Leslie Winkle from Big Bang Theory and Chloe O'Brien from 24. Alexander Mahone from Prison Break and Abed Nadir from Community, and also Jack Ryan.
Wow.
So yeah, a lot of cool people you are.
The Neo one totally fucking makes sense though. I see it.
Yeah, you get Neo, I get Spider-Man.
That works.
I think it works.
I get Keanu Reeves. I get fucking Johnny Silverhand.
But yeah,
I know Kung
it's all pseudoscience, but it's fun to look at.
Oh yeah, but I kind of see it though. Like
some of it makes sense, but like at the same time, like I was hearing another podcast talking about it. Is if you look at any of those personality types, the way to describe it, if you just think hard enough about it, that's just a way to describe yourself. Because like, I'll look at a random one.
Just choose a random one. Let's prove your point.
This one. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Do you dare to differ?
Do I dare to differ? Yeah.
Okay. You like defying the rules?
Yeah.
Strengths and weaknesses. We're definitely, neither of us are optimistic.
What?
Are you creative and practical?
Yes.
Are you spontaneous and rational?
Meh.
Do you know how to prioritize?
No.
Are you great in a crisis? Are you relaxed?
Yes.
Yeah, so you could just apply any of the. That was just the virtuoso.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can really just apply any of that to anything.
I guess maybe in a weird sense, I think the most accurate way to do it is the same with the autism spectrum. It's just a JoJo stat. It's like you have aspects of all of them, but like you peak in one.
Yeah.
Or maybe two or three. Or
yeah. So. Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like that's the best way to describe things.
I definitely reading the campaigner one, there is a lot of stuff in there that's like, yeah, that makes sense why that would be applied to me.
Yeah.
Because
I wonder if I took that now, if I would change. I don't think I'd be a logist or I can't pronounce her. The purple lady.
The purple lady.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, you definitely change over time. Well, a lot of people do. Apparently, I don't because I took it in high school and I took it again like last year, and it's the same thing. It did not change.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd get more of like a rebellious one now.
Probably, yeah.
Just like a more rebellious, more creative one. So that's probably.
Watch you get the same exact one as me.
I did it like a few years ago, and I got her again. I'm like, motherfucker, I haven't changed.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
I love that phrase. Yeah, that's crazy though.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
That's just all I was thinking about last night though. I was just like, man, there's so many ways to apply these. Like, and then applying it to the other quiz. That like it makes sense. Me being a campaigner and also being neutral good, like it just fits. It all makes sense.
You didn't get neutral good. You got
we got neutral good. All of us.
No, Nat got chaotic good. Yeah.
She got chaotic good.
Yeah, she was like 1 point off from being neutral though. So she kind of had like halfies counts.
Also, can we talk about Colby's stats that he got? His broken stats.
Show it on screen. I have no idea how he got any of those because like all the people that did it on Twitter,
all 20s.
Yeah, they all measured out correctly. So I think he probably misclicked on the age thing and then got like a crazy amount of stats.
You also have to keep in mind Colby's 9 years older than us.
Yeah.
So that might have played a part into why his stats were so much higher.
Jesus. It's fucking like cracked.
Colby was cracked out. 20s across the board, basically.
Man, it was a fucking maxed out level character.
There's a reason why I said if Colby was in a fire that I wouldn't have to worry about saving him. He'd save himself.
Yes. Real based Caleb take.
Colby's not in danger. He is the danger.
The Doom guy has entered the facility. I repeat, the Doom guy is in the facility. But yeah, protect the BFG.
My jaw actually dropped when he sent that to me. I was like, Colby's cracked.
But hold on, I guess maybe that leads into like a grander question.
But also crazy that Colby was also neutral good. So we all have like the same mental. But
okay, the thing with neutral good is though, the thing with being neutral is, this is how I see it. You can like be any of them anytime you want. It's just with you being good, it just all like leans towards good. So you like out of the entire square, you just lean more towards the left hand of the square.
It seems like that's basically you do good no matter what.
Yeah,
like anybody says.
Yeah, but then you can also be like fucking crazy.
Yeah,
so you can be on the right of the board or whatever.
But like. You can sway either way, just as long as it's like doing good.
Yeah, some of the time. Sometimes you might just go like, a bit of deviance right now.
Little bit of being devious.
Yes,
I think that makes sense with me being Spider-Man and all. Spider-Man's a neutral good. He does good.
I think he'd be like lawful good, honestly.
No, because with Spider-Man, he does good, even if it defies what the laws say.
Real.
Because like the laws say he shouldn't be a vigilante out there beating up criminals.
That is true.
And even in the comics when the Civil War came about, he switched sides because he was like, whoa, wait a minute here. This is not what I stand for.
This is fucked up.
Yeah.
Then crazy. One more day happened. You fucks.
Yep.
Ass. But to go back what I was thinking, I think there is some like a little bit of truth to all those like tests, because there has to be at least some like, I want to say like this, like logically, like logistically, there has to be like personality types and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
But like we'll never truly figure out because of how fucking utterly complex it is.
Because every person's vastly different from the other. Like me in a category with another person who has the same
traits are going to be different.
We're completely different people. Like there's another one during the podcast I was listening to, another one of those guys got campaigner, and I can't say like it made sense. I was like, I'm pretty similar to this guy in a lot of ways, but there's also a lot of ways where I view the world vastly different than the way that they do.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just, I think it's a lot, there's a lot more nuance to personalities that
I don't think we'll ever truly understand.
You can only categorize it so much before it's like you can't go any further.
Yeah, there's like broad categories, but then like you have to go on an individual base by basis like thing.
Because like me, you, and Colby, very similar people in a lot of different ways, but it's like, well, none of us will ever get like the same personality type.
Oh yeah,
we view the world in a very similar way, but we all have very different personalities.
Maybe it's like a how do we say this? Like, it's like I'm thinking how to phrase this. But there's like personality types, and then there's like maybe like act types or whatever. Like that's how I would view it. because like you can all act the same, but then there's like this personality factor that kind of like changes like little things that have like dramatic consequences. It's basically like a huge butterfly effect.
Yeah, but I guess it's more like what drives different people, because a lot of what drives me is vastly different than what drives Colby, and what drives you is vastly different than what drives me.
Yeah, man, I have to have a bullet point by bullet point basis, Alex. I'm gonna go north and see what happens.
It's not even bullet point by bullet point. It's more like I need
The task.
I need a task at hand, and I need to do it and do it good.
I'm just gonna walk in this direction, and if there's like a little adventure, I'm gonna go do it. I won't lie. Last night was all just one giant adventure for me. I was just like, man, I can't wait to be Arthur Morgan right now.
I honestly wish I had more stuff like that happen.
I was so honestly tempted to call you.
That's some of the most fun things to do is just random. And you know what would have been terrible is I would not have been able to join you on that adventure. I was busy watching Angie.
God dang it, Angie. Well, we still managed to find the dog, but it was just like I was so tempted to be like, Caleb would so enjoy this.
I would have had so much fun.
Yes,
but I did have fun eating dinner with Angie. She was singing while having dinner.
Oh,
it was fun.
There you go, little sweet little baby,
and then she crapped herself.
It was a stinky.
I didn't even attempt to.
Do you like in that moment when you're about to wipe a diaper? Do you just like shut off?
No, I didn't change her. I gave her to her dad, who was working on the car outside.
Hey, your child pooed.
I was like, hey, I didn't sign up for this part.
I only was meant to feed her.
I fed her and I made sure she didn't die. So
I did my part of the work.
I did that. I just need you to get rid of the poop.
And then I'll keep taking care of her. Well, that's the switch sides from child poop.
Child poop.
I have something to admit, and I think you might be a little bit ashamed of me.
You're pregnant?
No. I'm drinking coffee now.
Oh.
But like,
okay.
As how I see it, I think I'm becoming a proper adult now. I'm actively waking up in the morning looking forward to drinking coffee.
Do you like your coffee black?
No, I'm not my mother.
Your mom drinks black?
I'm not my grandmother who likes it fucking black with no sugar.
Super bitter.
Super like fucking crazy. I don't know how to do that. But no, I've been getting into coffee as of late, and I won't lie, there is a significant difference in improvement of work in the morning now. After drinking a hot cup of Joe. And I won't lie, kid me would have not liked it, but me now, not gonna lie, it kind of fucks.
See, I was very tempted to go get myself a hot chocolate today. But then as I was driving past the coffee stand, thinking about it, I was like, not only do I not really want to spend money, I also don't want to interact with anybody. So then I didn't. And then I also forgot my water at work, so I was dying of thirst.
Double fucked.
Yeah.
Jesus. Bro.
Skipped breakfast as well.
God damn, where were you? Me this morning?
I was just dying.
No, I had a cookie and fucking a cookie and some fucking coffee this morning. That's it. And I had a sandwich. And
sounds like the better than the photosynthesis I had.
Just standing out in like the middle of the yard. Sun rays.
Oh, hope some sun shines through the window so I get my nutrients for the day.
Random ass Alex thought right now about plants. Do plants get cancer? Can they get cancer?
I'm not quite sure. I don't think so.
Or do they get like a plant cancer?
I think with plants, it's different because of the way their cells are structured. Like, if a plant has like a cell that is altered in any way, like it'll just become something. Like with trees, when they experience trauma, they will get like a lump, which isn't cancerous. It's just like a weird
shell
deformity that forms on them.
I have no idea why I thought about that. Plants are interesting.
They're cool.
Not to go on a
and some of them taste good.
And Another adult thing. I'm liking spinach now.
You didn't like spinach before?
I never really tried spinach, but I've been doing it a lot in my Subway sandwiches, and I'm not going to lie. It fucks.
It adds a nice little crunch.
It does. Actually, I don't like the stem. If I were to actually do it myself, I would remove the stem. I just like the leaf.
I've just become a black hole for any nutrients.
That makes sense. You need to eat more. He scarfed down an entire breakfast burrito right now. I'm shocked he didn't have 2.
I thought about it, but I chugged chalky milk with it, so I think that filled me up.
I won't lie. I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah,
I have nothing else to say on this podcast.
I'm sure you are. I don't
unless you have something else to say.
I don't really have much else either.
It's been a pretty.
It's
I wouldn't say chill week.
It's an eventful week.
Eventful week. We'll say that.
Yeah,
I played Hero. Caleb had a mental look at himself.
I just said, man, I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
Dude, I beat the new Spider-Man 2.
Oh, you did? How was it? Did you like it?
Not only did I beat it, I 100%ed it.
Everybody's fucking doing it.
I didn't platinum it, but I 100%ed the map.
There you go.
And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. I really wanted to platinum it though, but I'm like, man, I should actually do other stuff.
I can't wait till this Sunday where my family leaves and I get to play Spider-Man on the PlayStation.
You'll have fun.
And I will have a video ready and another video recorded, so I'll be in perfect gaming bliss in my brother's smelly room. I'm going to be honest.
Smelly room.
I don't know how his... Okay, I won't lie. My room gets smelly too. I fart. It just happens.
It just gets trapped.
Yeah. Because I have my door closed. I just don't like my door open. However, my brother's room just has this foul odor.
Do you guys like not have good ventilation?
Honestly, I don't think in my room. In his, it's better. But like, his feet stink, man. He got stinky ass feet. And like, unlike a fart will disappear.
The
feet stinks. Stick with their feet until sticks. Clean.
And so, it sticks to whatever socks and other shoes, clothes that it touches.
Oh yeah, it's just like don't get me wrong, my stinks. But walking into his room is a health and OSHA violation standard, dog. It's like you're gonna get fined.
It's funny. I have a very good sense of smell, and I've never noticed that before. So he must keep his door open enough for it to ventilate out when I come over.
You vented?
Vent? Boop, 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 boop. I played that game the other day.
You did?
Actually, it wasn't the other day. It was Halloween. But I played it, and still fun.
Good.
Still pretty fun.
It's fun arguing with your friends on who's lying.
My cousin, I always pick on this guy. He's that one guy in the group that everybody picks on.
It wasn't me.
And so we're playing the game. We're playing it where basically we'd only when we died, that's when we'd mute ourselves. So we're talking the whole time, and the whole time I was like, "Get away from me, Michael! Get the heck away from me, Michael! I know it's you! Get the heck away from me!" He's like, "Why are you chasing me? I know it's you!" And I was like, "Get away from me, you freak! Get away!" And then I was like, somebody got killed, and during the meeting I was like, "Just vote Michael! Just kill him." I know it's him. Just kill him.
What a dick. I totally participated in that though, walking with you. Be like, hey, Michael. It's Michael.
We know it's you, bro. We know it's you.
You bitch.
The one thing about those games that's been happening though, like any game where you're supposed to lie, is I never get to be the person who lies. That's the most fun I have in games is being the person who lies. And I never get the opportunity.
I remember always playing the imposter, and I think I won almost every time.
Oh yeah.
Cause it's just like you gray man it. I have to pat my younger self in the back for watching those videos when I was a kid, but you move with the crowd. That's all you do. If somebody's like guilt tripping somebody else, don't immediately bandwagon on it. Just be like, I don't know, man. And then like when somebody starts giving points out, and like there's a second or third person, that's when you go, yeah, I think you're it, asshole. And then eventually when you get to the last 3, you just start like not guilt tripping, but just like start pulling on like strings and stuff, and eventually you'll just win.
Yeah.
You're just like, Maria, it has to be him. But if you have a partner or somebody,
no, Shadow, it can't be.
yeah. But like when you have a partner and you guys are on fucking mental sync, that was me and one of my YouTuber friends, and we were just fucking. It was over, bro.
Let me tell you,
it was over.
When me and Colby were the imposters, well, even me and my cousin Isaac, when any of us three are partnered up as the imposters, it's just game over. Because me and Colby we're in sync on like our thoughts. So like if one person plans on doing something, the other person's already ready to alley to their oop. And then with Isaac, we're both like the biggest liars in the family. Oh. And so when you pair up two people who lie, for some reason, that like amplifies the amount of trust that people will have in you. For some reason, they always trust Isaac, despite the fact that he lies about everything. And I'm a notorious liar. But if Isaac lies about something and I vouch for it, it quadruples the amount that they believe it. It makes no sense.
I think the best strategy is low key. Both imposters in a room with somebody. Somebody kills the person. That person vents. That person then reports, and then like has the alibi of no, he wasn't in the room. Best strategy.
See, but that could incriminate yourself.
Well, then it's just like I just showed up. It usually always works for me.
Because there was one BS time.
Oh, then bullshit always happens.
There was some BS time where I was partnered with somebody and they killed someone when I was the partner imposter. And I didn't see the body at all. Walked past it and Colby was like, it's Caleb. He just walked past the body. I was like, there's a body? What do you mean there's a body? They threw me out. I was like, I might have been the imposter, but that was the worst evidence you could have possibly had against me. I literally did not see a body.
Oh, I love the random bullshit. Just be like, man, you walked left. You're the imposter.
You walked left.
Son of a bitch.
What do you mean?
The random snipe is crazy, bro.
The random snipe. That's usually Colby's luck against me, is he just random snipes.
It's fucking, I love it. It's crazy how like, and I don't want to say the game fell off, but it just slowly, gradually just like went away.
It's weird because it never really stopped being fun either. Yeah. It's just, I think other games just came out and people just got interested in that.
It's a party game.
But I gotta say it, this will be my last part of talking about Among Us. There's one time, it was one of the funniest things that has ever happened in the game. So I was usually with Colby the whole game, and it was getting down to the point where like we're getting pretty sure of like who we thought the imposter was going to be as people kept dying. And so I was walking with Colby the whole time, and I was like, Colby, I'm pretty sure it's Isaac. Isaac's been acting weird this whole time. I'm pretty sure it's him. And so I go in the room and I see Isaac on the cams, and I'm like, I think he killed someone, and I saw it. No, it couldn't have been that. I was pretty sure it was Isaac. I think I said that in the meeting before. I was like, it has to be Isaac. So I go in the room with me and Colby being accountability buddies the whole time.
Accountability buddies.
We go in the camera room, and I see Isaac. I'm like, Colby, it's Isaac. I know it's Isaac. We got to get him now. And I turn around, and Colby's just standing at the door. And I was like, Colby, we're going to get him, right? And you just get stabbed in the chest. And he's like,
sorry, little one.
I'm sorry, brother. I was like, oh, you fuck. No, this can't be. And then my soul came out, and I saw two red people next to each other. I was like, you fuck. I was with the enemy the whole time. I was literally the betrayed detective in the movies.
That just works for you. Like ironically enough, it's just
thematically, that's just my story. I'm the betrayed detective.
I'm a detective. I gotta find it out. Stabbed
in the back by my own brother.
Don't even trust anybody. Don't trust anybody.
Can't trust anybody.
Can't trust shit.
Well, I think that's about it for this week's episode.
Oh, thank God, I'm fucking hungry.
We're in the
Get up.
This is kind of the holiday interim episode because like just had Thanksgiving. And then after this, it's already Christmas time.
It is.
That's crazy.
Merry holidays, you filthy animals.
Happy holidays. We're already in there. I think next week we should talk about our games of the year. I think that's a fun way to go. So sneak peek into next week's episode.
Our own game awards.
Our game awards, much better than the real game awards. Because we're completely biased.
Yes. Well, they might be too.
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
Apparently there were some like fucking nominations that were like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
But we'll see when that shows up.
Yeah, we'll see when that shows up, and we'll also see if we actually end up talking about that next week. Because sometimes we just forget.
I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm getting hungry and yawning. This is a bad sign.
Well, Alex, any final comments before you go eat?
Ribbit.
There you go. And that was wise words from our hero of today's episode. My final words are like, comment, subscribe, share the podcast. Make sure to comment thanking Alex for his heroic deeds.
I did.
On this day.
I saved a dog's life.
Alex saved a dog's life.
A doggy life.
Tell us your personality traits. If you are either a logician like Alex, or are you a campaigner like me, or are you some other random bullcrap that they made up? Let us know.
Favorite rock? I don't know.
Are you a rock?
Yeah, are you a rock person?
Are you an NPC? Who knows?
I don't know.
But yeah, that's it. So see you next week.
Doses.
Peace out.